Rick Ross, the boss, Rose.
The boss in the building, baby. It feels good. And I see you on your, you know what I'm saying?
On my Ross fit.
I see you on your Ross fit, baby. See you on your Ross fit. You know
I'm
what I
trying. As we get more mature, you know, we got to be more conscious of what we eat, what we put in our bodies, and how
most definitely,
you know?
most definitely.
So I see you've been doing the same thing. I'm so proud of you on so many levels, brother.
Much love, baby. You already know I'm going there, just repping the crib.
Absolutely. I know that you got a album that you'll be dropping this summer.
Yeah, yes I will. Port of Miami too.
Wow.
We coming. It's a 10-year anniversary, you know. Whoever thought we would have got here, you know what I mean? It's Dade County right here.
No, I love it.
And it's going to be big. It's going to be big.
The significance of Port of Miami too. What does that mean to you?
You know, I think really it's just a reflection of, you know, of every step we took to make it here. You know, just releasing the album. I was happy to release an album. That never was even in my dreams. I never even thought about, you know, making it the album number 10 and being a part of, you know, so many little homies projects and, you know, mixtapes and all the other things that we did. So that's why I think Port of Miami 2 is so big. It's just letting everybody else that's coming up, all these youngsters, because Miami got a whole squad of youngsters that's going to get a lot of money and going to take it a lot further than me. But wow, if Rose just did a dime, he just put in 10 projects, you already know you should be thinking 2 times that. You should already know what it is. If he had 30 restaurants, you should already know by the time you're at this point you'll have 100.
Talking about that, what came over you in a sense where, you know, I mean, where you really lived up to that boss name that you had, where it was important for you to diversify yourself and to kind of like spread your brand and invest in certain things? Why was that so important? We've seen so many rappers come up in the game and blow cash and not put back in the community, not try to buy back the block, not, you know, go into these endeavors that you had. I
think once again, you know, I gotta put that responsibility on my city. I gotta put that on Miami, because by the time I got into the game, I had seen so much wealth in other ways versus entertainment coming from my city.
Right.
I done seen hustlers do it. I done seen real young entrepreneurs do it. So I know this is a chance for me. You know what I mean? And so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go further, you know. And, you know, Luke gave us the blueprint.
Yeah, he did.
Shout out to Luther Campbell, the OG. Luke gave me the blueprint, showing me, yo, we could make the music, we could put the artists together, we could put the team together, we could manufacture the projects, you know, we could own the clubs, we could own this, we could own that, and that's what Luke did. I remember we used to ride by Luke House all the time when we found out where he stayed, you know, back in Miami Lakes as a youngster. Let's just ride by there, you know what I mean?
Course.
Yeah, by the golf course, you know what I mean? At 2 in the morning, we just looking out the window, riding slow, tapping the brakes like, yo, you know, God is great.
That is awesome. Did you take a different direction with the project that you have coming up that you maybe have never done before?
I did. I wanted to make sure the younger generation was a part of this project, and not just the younger generation, but Miami's younger generation. You know, so I got in the studio and me and Ball Greasy did something real special, and me and Denzel Curry did something real, you know, and the list just goes on, you know, but it's just all about, you know, putting something together. And I want to work with a lot more artists, and I feel like the time gonna come.
That is amazing. I mean, we're excited about it. We always know that there's this stigma behind putting out an album or a project in the summertime.
Oh, most definitely. You know what I mean? And coming from Miami, the summertime is everything. That's all we know. And we're going to let the tops down, and we're going to go hard in on this project. You know, Rose going, you know, I pull out the biggest producers and go and visit the big homies and, you know, put together stuff that's real special for, you know, the ones that really love that Rose music, and Rose records.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And, you know, if you was there for Port of Miami, this most definitely going to be that much more special for you.
I love your last album. I mean, to me, it was just something you put in and you could listen to it, and it was something for everybody. Real sexy, real good vibes, messages. I mean, it was a complete body of work. I really enjoyed your last project.
Baby, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And you know, as I was at the Grammys, you know, as I was on the red carpet, they was asking me, did I feel rather you than me? Was, you know, I told them, you know, I never been one to really complain on that. I'm a real hustler, so this the one gonna bring it to the crib. You know what I mean? This the one. We're gonna drop another bomb real soon, and then we're gonna give y'all the date, and we're gonna do it for the crib. And this, you know how I do it. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't fun, I ain't even with it no more. You know what I mean? And this fun, cause this big. You know what I mean? We put a lot of pieces together.
And it makes a lot of sense because you've already put in your time, you paid the dues and all these different things. So at this point, it should be fun.
Yeah, it should be more about enjoying it just as much about his business, you know what I mean? So
absolutely.
I don't feel no pressure. It's just all about shining and just sitting down with my big homies and playing some of these concepts, and for them to still be impressed, and just for me to still be pushing myself as an MC in certain ways and in the other ways, it's just all dope, and I'm just excited for it.
Yes, you should be. The music game, it's changed a lot.
A lot.
You were a part of the era where, you can sell some CDs,
right,
like that, and now you've seen it reach to the point where Best Buy announces that they don't sell CDs anymore. Everything is digital.
Right. Shout out to the streamers.
Right. And then we've seen streaming jump in and do its thing. How does the changes affect an artist? Because these are things we'll never, we don't really know.
I think as an artist, that's just something that we should embrace. As an artist, I think our priority should always be our craft and our art. Whatever the business come to, just make sure you on top of it. Whatever the business may be, regardless of that, because it's going to change again. But whenever it does, regardless of how many times it changed, just make sure you at the forefront of being on top of the play. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We ain't at the back of the classroom. We at the forefront of it. And, and just keep it all about the craft as an artist. Let your business partners handle their business.
So do you think like the money that was made years ago, that those days are kind of over, or there's other ways to make money now in terms of your craft?
I believe it is. It's most definitely. I think it's priceless. When you bring something to the game, when you bring something to the generation, something to the culture, it's something that, you create a brand in your name, and that's going to last forever, depending on how far you go, how big you make it, how far you push it. And that's what it's about to me. It's just like being Muhammad Ali, regardless of we may change, it may change, it may be 3-round matches.
Right.
But it's always going to be Muhammad Ali, you know what I mean? And regardless, and that's what it's about. Just be great.
You've always had an amazing relationship, as far as I can remember, with DJ Khaled.
Right.
And as I see DJ Khaled move through and do different things, we can sit back who knew him from the beginning and say, oh, I'm not surprised,
right?
To see what, the accolades and the things that he's going on with right now. But you've been a star. You've been a supporter, on a different level.
Right.
All of his projects you're on it. You know what I mean? What's the relationship with you and Khaled?
You already know, man. I feel like, anything other than being the same way we were before, he was at the point he is now, would be some sucker shit. You know what I mean? Right. It's all about being supportive. And that's what Khaled has always been for Rick Ross. And anybody that don't agree with that, you don't know music. You know what I mean? Right. He always been right over my shoulder, pushing Rose, calling, getting me beats, getting me, I got this chorus for you, I got this. And that's what the love was always about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was there for him, land verses, land hooks, whatever we need, videos, movies, whatever it is we going to do. And then once he, the world got to get a vibe of his personality and the energy that he brings to the culture, companies could really sit next to that. And it's always going to be something dope that he bring to the table. He always repping the crib, always 305. He always in touch. You know what I mean? So the game ain't changed. You better believe it.
Absolutely. What's your relationship like with Drake these days?
You already know, man. Drake's still a homie, and a lot of people didn't know. Right before Meek, fell, got sent off the way he was at. Drake sent his love. You dig? And that was always important. So I salute the homie.
That's what's up. What did you think about him choosing to come to Miami to do that challenge that he has in terms of giving out the money and doing those things?
I think Miami always the best place to come and show love, period, just because we always been a hotbed of so many nationalities, so many youngsters that's coming here from so many other places, and who could use it actually the most. So shout out to the homie for repping.
I want to rep you for a moment. Rose, because, and I'm lowering the music because I just want to have like a real moment, and I want South Florida to listen to me.
Believe that.
All right? I've been doing radio, I don't care, for about 20 years. Ross, I've never met a person more loyal, more serious about their craft, dedicated, transparent as you. I don't believe you get enough credit here from us here in South Florida, and it bothers me. It really does.
It's all love, baby. It's all love.
No, like it really bothers me, Ross, because I know what time it is. You feel me?
You better believe it.
I know what you've done for people. I know you've given people opportunities. I know you've bailed people out. I know you've taken care of people's families. I know you've given people careers, jobs. So if you don't understand that about Rick Ross and what he's done, and not only that, giving us a blueprint. I'm about to open up a restaurant. I got a T-shirt line. You know why? Because no, Ross. Because
that's what
real
I'm talking
talk,
about, baby. That's what
because
I'm
we
about.
watch the blueprint that you set for us here in South Florida. So I have a problem with anybody who has a problem with Rick Ross or don't want to give you the respect that you deserve.
Yo, anybody got a problem with Rick Ross? This is what I got for him. Sit down.
I mean, let's just
Hey,
keep
yo,
it.
man,
Let's just keep it real.
I just keep it real with the crib. This just our DNA. This just the Dade County DNA. And when you come from this, and when you come from Dade County, it don't really be about, the celebration that come from others. It's the ones that you do it for, which is the ones you're loyal to,
right.
Your loved ones and the family. And that's what I mean by, when I say Dade County and I rep the crib, and, that's what it is.
But listen, I've just never seen certain things like I've seen with you, and I really respect it. The fact that you took up a situation for Lil Wayne because you felt it wasn't right. You know what I mean? The fact that you defended Khaled because you felt it wasn't right. Like, people don't do that. People like stay in their corner and they beefing over things that don't mean anything. And like your loyalty is unmatched, my friend.
Most definitely.
And
that's
I
what
really wanted to take this platform and this moment right now to give you your respects on that, Ross.
Man, I want to salute you and I thank you. And, the love I get from the crib is priceless. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. And that's the love I give back. And right now, what I want to do, giving that love back, is I want to make sure we all remember Black Bull.
Yeah.
Nadrin Lateef James. Shout out to Venetian Gardens, Carol City's own, the real OG. These the ones that, embraced me from day one. Shout out to, Kenneth Williams, my whole squad, the whole team. Shout out to the Matchbox Projects. These are the ones that love Rose, and the love is given back, you know what I mean? And anybody from right here in my yayo, let's get this money.
There's a lot of young artists right now that I know about personally that are inspired to be like you or to emulate what you've been able to accomplish, which is a lot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Which is gangster. That's boss like. Growing up, I just wanted to be in a position. I used to walk up and down 183rd Street, or I just wanted to be in a position to be able to live the way I wanted to. You know what I mean? My mother deserved to live how she wanted to. And if the opportunities was out here, we got to bring that to the table. And whatever we got to do, let's establish that right now. And that's what we did. And it's vice versa. You dig? And that's what it's about. We got to go and get it. You got to go and get it. You know what I mean? What's going to inspire you? What it take to inspire you? You know what I mean? I can look back and think of certain things and, let's go. Let's go. Let's take it to that next level.
Rick Ross, thank you so much for what you do for all of us here in South Florida. A lot of people may not come to your face or have the opportunity to let you know, but trust me, you do a lot for us on so many levels. And I ain't dick riding. I'm just keeping it 1,000.
You just
and
a gangster.
Who don't like it,
you
straight up.
You just a gangster with it, and you been a gangster with it. You've been holding the flag down for the city for a lot of years, and everybody know what OG Papa Keith bring to the table. You dig? And make sure your restaurant, make sure you got that rosé oxtail plate ready. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got my secret drink. You know, just make sure we got all that, because I'm going to come to the radio and I'm going to rep for you the same way I rep mine. I'm going to rep yours, and I need that extra large, straight up. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Rick Ross in the building, and this is what I'm talking about. The boss is here. Port of Miami 2 coming out this summer. Florida boys out right now representing home team. Show him, give him the respect he deserves. You know what I mean? And let's support ours that made it out and showed us the blueprint and continues to show us ways that we can see our dreams come through. Thank you
already
again.
know, man. I love you, big homie. And
Love
shout
you
out
too,
to,
brother.
Shout out to 103.5, Mr. Mauricio, the beat. Shout out to the whole team. You already know the Black Bottle Boys in here, my family in here, my squad in here. Y'all know what's up, man.
All right, that's what's up. We going into a Rick Ross tribute when we get back.
Woo!
So stand by. It's going down.